All right, so today we're going to be going over transformations. So I'm going to go over the rules real quick. So for A, if A is greater than 1, it's going to be a vertical stretch. If A is between 0 and 1, like a decimal like 0 0.2, 0 0.3, it's a vertical compress. And if A is negative, it reflects over x-axis. If we have our B is going to be, if B is greater than 1, it's a horizontal compression. If B is between 0 and 1, it's a horizontal stretch. If B is negative, it reflects over the y-axis. Then we have our C value. If it's negative C, it moves to the right, this direction. If it's positive C, it moves to the left. Oh, what color did I not use? Red, blue, green, orange. Then we have our D. If it's positive D, it moves up. If it's negative D, it moves down. So these are the most important rules for the whole thing. We're going to use them all day. Oh, wait. Then when we get paste image down there, we're going to use 3 different types of equations today. We have quadratic, which is a parabola, which is that U shape. Then we have absolute value, which is a V shape. And then we have square root, which is that shape right there. And then when we do those quadratic, you're going to put parentheses around this with a squared. Absolute has these 2 lines, making it an absolute value. And square root has this house, this square root value. But transformations are going to be the same for each one of them. So this is the most important page of notes today, okay? So looking at our first question, we have our little help sheet. So we have, if the function f of x equals x squared is changed to g of x equals 5, parentheses x minus 2 plus 8, how is the graph of the function transform? So we have this 5. Does that represent A, B, C, or D? It's in the front. Very good, it represents A. And is it a vertical stretch, vertical compress? It's a vertical stretch because 5 is bigger than 1. Vertical stretch. Then we have this negative 2. Does it represent A, B, C, or D? Very good, it represents C. And it's a negative 2. So is it going to move to the right or the left? Very good, to the right. 2. Then this positive 8, does that represent A, B, C, or D? Very good, it represents D. So is it going to move up or down? Very good, it's going to move up 8. So reading my answer choices, I have the graph of f of x is vertically stretched. Vertically stretched is correct. By a factor of 5 and translated 2 units to the left. 2 units to the left. This is right. So this left part is wrong, so eliminate answer choice A. The graph of f of x is vertically compressed. Is that correct? No, it says vertically stretched. So this is wrong. The graph of f of x is vertically stretched. Is that right? Yes. By a factor of 5 and translated 2 units to the right. Is that correct? Yes. And 8 units to create and 8 units up. Is that correct? Yes. So C may be my answer. Let's try D. The graph of f of x is horizontally compressed. Is that correct? No, horizontal and compressed is wrong. So my only answer choice is D. Very good. So, let me just copy this one. You could have done it in the graph. I'd prefer you using the rules because it makes it easier. So we're just going to use the rules. So, if the function f of x equals square root x is changed to negative 4f of x, what statement is true? So you want to know which one is true. What statement is true? This negative 4, does that represent A, B, C, or D? Very good, it represents A. And this 4, is it bigger than 1 or between 0 and 1? Very good, it's bigger than 1. So if it's bigger than 1, is it a vertical stretch or vertical compress? Very good, vertical stretch. And it's negative. So does it reflect over the x-axis or the y-axis? Reflect over x-axis. So it can be either of these two things that make it true. So the graph of f of x is compressed vertically. Compressed vertically. Is that true? No. The graph of the f of x is reflected over the x-axis. Is that true? Yes. And compressed vertically. Is that true? No. The graph of f of x is stretched vertically. Is it stretched vertically? Yes. To create the graph of g of x. That may be true. So let's try D. The graph of f of x is reflected over the x-axis. Is that true? Yes. And stretched vertically. Is this true? Yes. So between C and D, what's my best answer? Very good. It would be D. That's why you have to make sure to read all the problems. So let's try this next one. I'm going to give you a minute to try this one by yourself. I want you to try this one by yourself. All right, so we're going to walk through it real quick. All right. So this 2 right here, does that represent A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Very good. It's going to represent your A. And it's bigger than 1, so is it a vertical stretch or vertical compress? Vertical stretch. Then this 4, is it going to represent A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Very good. It's going to represent our C value. Is it going to move left or right? Very good. Left. 4. Then this negative 3, does that represent A, B, C, or D? Very good. It represents our D. And is it going to move up or down? Very good. Down 4. So if you read the answer choices, the graph of f of x is vertically stretched. That's correct. And translated 4 units to the left. That's correct. And 3 units down. Oh, wait. Yeah. 3 units down. Oh, I meant 3 right here. That's why. 3 units down. That's correct. So this may be my answer. The graph of f of x is vertically compressed. Compressed is wrong, so that we can automatically eliminate that. The graph of f of x is vertically stretched. That's correct, by a factor of 2. And translated 4 units to the right. Right is wrong. It went left. So eliminate C. Horizontally compressed. We know both of those are wrong. So my only answer would have been A. Okay. Oh, man. So we're going to go ahead and try this one. I want you to try this one. Or actually, this one has two, so I'll show you. All right. If the function f of x equals square root x is changed to g of x equals negative 2f 3x, how is the graph of the function transformed? So this negative 2, does that represent A, B, C, or D? Very good. It represents A. And 2 is bigger than 1, so it's a vertical stretch or vertical compress. Very good. Vertical stretch. And A is negative. So are we reflecting over the x-axis or the y-axis? Reflect over x-axis. Then this 3, does that represent A, B, C, or D? Very good. It represents B. And that 3 is bigger than, or that 3 is bigger than 1. So it is a horizontal compression or horizontal stretch. Very good. Horizontal compression. We're going to look at words real quick. Okay. So reflection over the x-axis, we know that's true. Vertical stretch, is that true? Yes. Horizontal compression, that's true as well. So we're going to try B. Reflection over the y-axis, is that true? No, so eliminate B. Reflection over x-axis, that's true. Vertical stretch, that's true. And horizontal compression, that's true. So then we're going to look at numbers in a minute, but then we'll go to D. Reflection across the y-axis, is that true? No. So eliminate D. So we have a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Vertical stretch by a factor of 2, and then I have vertical stretch by a factor of 3. What was my A value? 2 or 3? Very good, it was 2. So between A and C, what's my best answer choice? Very good, it would be A, because 3 is wrong. All right. Well, let's go ahead and try this one. So I'm going to give you a second to try this one, and then I'm going to jump on and see and explain it. So if you look at this one, what is the best answer choice? All right, so if the function f of x is absolute value x is changed to g of x equals 10f parentheses negative x, how is the graph of the function transformed? This 10, does it represent A, B, C, or D? Very good, it's going to represent A, and it's greater than 1. So is it a vertical stretch or a vertical compress? Very good, vertical stretch. And then this negative 1, is that A, B, C, or D? That's going to be B, very good. And it's a negative number. So is it going to reflect over the x-axis or the y-axis? Very good, reflect over y-axis. Then we're going to read the answer choices, just like we've been doing. Vertical compression, is that true? No, compression is wrong. Vertical stretch, is that true? Yes. A reflection across the y-axis, is that true? Yes. Horizontal compression, is that true? No, we're not doing horizontal and we're not doing compression. So that's wrong. Horizontal stretch, is that correct? No, it was a vertical. So my only answer choice can be B. So I want you to go ahead and try this problem. I don't know why it did this to the problems. I want you to go ahead and try this problem. If the function f of x is changed to g of x equals 1 over 4 f x minus 12 minus 10, how is the graph of the transformation, or of the function transformed? So go ahead and try this one. All right, so looking at this 1 over 4, we have to change it to a decimal just to be sure. All right, 1 divided by 4, 0.25. That 1 divided by 4 is our A, B, C, or D. Very good. It's our A, and it's actually 0.25. So is that a vertical stretch or vertical compression? Very good. Vertical compression. Then that's negative 12. Is that A, B, C, or D? Very good. It's our C value, and it's negative 12, so is it going to move left or right? Very good. It's going to move right. 12. Then this negative 10, is that my A, B, C, or D? Very good. It's my D. It's negative 10, so it's going to move up or down? Very good. It's going to move down 10. So looking at your answer choices, what would be the best answer? Okay, so let's do process of elimination. The graph of f of x is compressed vertically. That's true. By a factor of 1 over 4. Transform 12 units to the right. 12 units to the right. And 10 units down. 10 units down. So A looks pretty good, but we're going to check the other ones just to make sure. Compressed vertically is true. And transform 12 units to the left. But we know it's to the right, so we know B can't be my answer. And then stretched vertically, we know that it was compressed, not stretched. So that can't be my answer. Then, again, this one says stretched vertically, so stretched is out of the question. So A would have been the only logical answer. Oh, wow. We're already done. Okay. The favorite part of your day. Alright, I got it today, though, really quick. What is Miss Fisher going to draw today? I know. This is all y'all's favorite parts of the day. Mine, too. Did you know that I've seen these being released back into the wild, like little baby ones? They're really cute. I actually don't know if I'm doing this right. I think so. Let me draw my face, though. Not my face, but the animal's face. Y'all knew that, though. Sorry. Let's do a couple more lines. And then, I think it's supposed to be like as many things on their back as their age or something like that. I learned it sometime. I'll have to look it up for y'all. But they're really interesting. And they live to be super old. What did Miss Fisher draw today? What did Miss Fisher draw today? I know. I'm an artiste. Okay, you should know by now.